The testosterone is only going to stay there and it's only going to grow this muscle. No, it's going to trickle out in the blood. It's going to hit the liver. It's going to do what it always does. What is up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to the new set. Drop a thumbs up for the new set and drop a thumbs up for the ASMR Spritz. Intelligent Elephant Carbon, Intelligent Elephant. Coupon code Russo. I mean, you're hearing these Spritz noises, but you gotta use coupon code Russo in the description to smell it. Today's topic, I'm going to be going into localized injections to bring up lagging body parts. This is a myth. Kind of not. So let's go into this. So, since the beginning of juicing, the bodybuilders came together and thought if they injected in their lagging body part, it'll bring it up. We know how site enhancement oil works here, right? I'll have Andrew throw out my synthol video, which is a very old video. I've been loving the production value that Andrew has brought to the table for you guys, and I think you guys should pay homage with a like and a comment saying shout out to Andrew for setting up this set. But anyways, right, we have site enhancement oil that's been around forever, and it all got started with people injecting gear into their lagging body parts, right? They inject their testosterone into their biceps, bring up their biceps, and they think it has this localized effect. Well, it does have a localized effect. It's called systemic inflammation. So the systemic inflammation would build up in said area, as especially if you're using an esterified compound, so the ester is going to hold it and slowly trickle it out there, which in return would visually cause a inflamed response, swelling of the muscle, and overall your muscle would temporarily get bigger. Is it selectively targeting and trickling into this, you know, your bicep only? No. And that's the myth. Right? So it's pretty much like putting site enhancement oil in any lagging body part, except the gear, the injectable SARMs, is going to go away. It's going to dissipate once the ester is just let it all out. It's going to cessate. It's going to be over, and you're not going to have any permanent gains from this oil being used. And I'm just being honest here, right? I don't want people to think that if they inject testosterone in their biceps versus something easier to inject like their ass or their delts, they're going to have bigger biceps over time. Now, you could make the argument that the systemic inflammation is going to cause a better mind-muscle connection. Thus, you would be able to cause more damage to the bicep, break it down more. But there's no sort of rhyme or reason towards putting oil in your bicep versus putting oil in your ass. Does it really impact the overall size of your bicep more because the testosterone is sitting in this said body part? That is the myth. I'm not saying site enhancement oil doesn't work. There's plenty of site enhancement oil content on this channel that I've already done. I don't think that injecting testosterone into your biceps, especially if you don't place it right, because if you don't place it right, then it's gonna look weird and it could possibly encapsulate, cause an infection. You don't want it in a little ass fucking muscle versus your ass, right? Your shoulders. That's why I recommend injecting. And I'm not against injecting biceps. I do inject it, just not with massive fucking cc's of oil. I'm not sitting there trying to shove 3 cc's of oil in my bicep. This is a very common occurrence for some of these guys that think the more oil they put in said individual lagging body part, the testosterone is only going to stay there and it's only going to grow this muscle. No, it's going to trickle out in the blood. It's going to hit the liver. It's going to do what it always does. It's just coming from this specific place you injected, which is systemically inflamed because your body's like, what the fuck is all this oil sitting in this little ass muscle? And then you could get a better inflamed mind-muscle connection response, but overall, if you put it in your ass and you train biceps just as hard, it's no different. There's no blood serum concentration levels. There's no blood serum level concentration levels higher in the bicep that yield more results. It's just like a temporary thing to visually make your biceps look bigger until it dissipates. I'm tired of seeing this myth online. I'm not saying there's a rhyme or reason to it, right? You're fucking, if your biceps are lagging, you inject 3 C's of testosterone in it, it's gonna be all inflamed and shit and visually look bigger in the gym. But are you driving more testosterone to this little body part? No, you're not. You're just doing site enhancement oil. There's actually site enhancement oils that are painless. And in my opinion, if you're doing site enhancement oil, it needs to be injected correctly. You need to be using very long needles. You need to be strategically placing it basically under the bicep to push the bicep up. You can't just put it super shallow in there and expect it to look good. It's gonna have like a weird lump on your fucking bicep bicep from you trying to shove all this oil thinking that the testosterone's going to stay there. It's not. So there is a real rhyme or reason to it, but really it's a myth, and I'm tired of seeing it propagated online. There's absolutely no founding science that the testosterone is going to stay there. So I just wanted to point that out. Hope you guys found this informative. I will see you guys in my next video.